What is up?
Hold on, don't start it yet.
Welcome back to Jocks of the Round Table. I had to think of the name.
You can, dude. You still have the microphone all the way up, don't you?
Well,
Look at those sound bars. I think you keep it.
I'll turn it down.
Yeah,
a little
no,
bit.
No,
keep it
keep
up.
it.
Keep
Well, it's
it
because I
up.
was yelling.
Yeah, you were yelling. You're a little loud.
We can do the quiet.
Well,
part.
just talk normal. Just talk
You want
normal.
to do the quiet part? No, do it all the way up. I liked it all the way
I
up.
like
It's
the-
loud.
yeah,
Well, then we
no.
can't yell.
I know, but then the person's on.
That's
this
why I have
side.
it up a little bit, but not all the way up.
This is a great
You and
start to
I
the pod.
will whisper, and everyone over there can talk loud.
Yeah, I can talk loud.
Normal.
I mean, I'm talking normal right now. Not really. But-
Okay.
Welcome back.
Hey, this next part is for sure. That'll hurt his ears.
Yeah. Well.
Speaking of Sherms, when's the last time we had Sherm Edwards you play to win the game segment?
He just quit doing it.
Yeah, he
What-
don't
He's
do
a
it
he's a quitter.
Thinks he's better than us?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
quitters
than me?
quit. Name that movie.
The pacifier.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's a great
What do you got going on over there?
Whoever's game is being played
I
right
need to
now.
watch that. 'Cause I play
Yeah, that's
Ryan.
what I'm
I play
asking,
Ryan
basically, so
like
he's
over the
playing.
Christmas
It's
break.
Ryan
This
and
is
Next
somebody.
week.
Is it?
Ryan and
Tingly
Travis.
on that.
Oh yeah.
Cocaine.
I thought maybe it was a sour
That's a
flavor.
fun game.
It's cherry limeade.
Lime.
Some people don't know about that.
You totally just licked all over where my mouth
Oh.
goes.
Update.
Y'all pretty much just made out.
You
Pause.
licked it.
Hey, look. Hey, new
Is that this
screen.
week?
New screen. No, but new screen is what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you killed it.
I was gonna say fall
That's it,
turkeys.
but
First of
It was
all,
the Florida
that's
schedule.
terrible podcasting.
It was the Florida schedule. It was terrible.
It was him.
podcasting.
It was
Yeah,
him
but
with
you
a
should've
dead
taken that
turkey.
Florida schedule off a few weeks. What was that?
I was on the chair. That's my beat.
Dude, chill out. You're gonna break it.
I'm fat.
Rude.
No, but what was I gonna say? I just lost it.
What'd you lose?
My train of thought.
Oh,
It
What
happens.
what is it
I
on?
told him that you were the reason that I knew what Ivy did last summer.
That's a good movie.
So
I
right
just
now
texted Ivy and I was
in
like,
the
Ivy,
sports
you know what
world,
you did
what's
last
going on in the
summer?
No, I
sports
saw
world
that.
nowadays,
Oh, no.
boys?
it's Louisville Hate Week.
It is Louisville Hate Week for Kentucky fans.
That Will Levis L's down. That was a pretty sweet picture.
What will
I was
I
looking.
hadn't seen
I
it.
hadn't seen it.
He did that next to a 7.
Oh yeah. So
Like
he
a
tweeted.
L7.
He tweeted something out yesterday, and he did a weird font thing to have all the L's down. Well, it's in his profile now too.
Yeah. There's that
So-
picture.
No, I'm talking about the
Like the font on his
Yeah.
tweets.
Oh, let me see it.
Oh, well, he did one with the picture. There's the caption.
Oh.
It was like
I
that.
didn't see it. So he put that up, and all the L's are upside down in his tweet. And I could not figure out what was going on. And my
You
first
just
thought
got
was
peanut butter on it.
oh no, we have Cam Newton Part 2 on our
And you're
team
like, no.
because he does all that weird
Yeah.
like symbols and stuff when he texts.
That's why he's on the trade
hieroglyphics.
block in our fantasy league.
It took me so long to read this though, even though
Can I see it?
There's only 3 L's.
Oh yeah.
I was looking. I was like,
Looks like
I was
7
like,
looking.
look. Oh, it's an upside down L, and then I got it.
Tolkien.
So.
I've been tweeting pictures of Kentucky players doing the L's down.
Yeah, I was looking for a SGA one.
I've got it.
Because
No, I don't
SGA's
have.
my guy.
I don't have an SGA one.
Oh.
I've got.
I'll go with you to the game if you want to go. I've
That
never been to
says
that.
7
stadium.
L.
There we go. 7-7.
Yeah, that's true.
I've never been
It
to
is a
Papa
7-7.
John's
I've got them
Stadium.
lined up for the next few days.
Found out
I'm
today
tweeting
that
one
I'm
out. I'm
going to
tweeting 4 out every
Pennsylvania
day.
game.
Oh, really?
Until the game.
Until
Yeah.
the game.
I
Yeah.
told my dad, hopefully we can
So
make
I've got-
the fourth quarter.
That may be.
24.
That game might get ugly.
24 individual pictures.
It's anything like the South Alabama game, who might be better than Vanderbilt.
That game could get ugly. Vandy.
60-14 with 2 safeties. Back-to-back drives.
You know who I was hoping was going to play for South Alabama is Jake Bentley, but he's hurt.
Is he?
Remember he played quarterback at
South Carolina.
Yeah.
As- He was supposed to be a senior in high school. He enrolled early.
He was the guy that came in and was like
He
the
wasn't
first string
terrible.
quarterback and beat Tennessee in 2016.
He wasn't terrible at quarterback. Like he was an average.
Yeah.
I'd say average SEC quarterback.
Yeah, that was pretty much the game that
He's
derailed
fine.
our 2016 season.
He was
About like
average.
Will. He about like Will Levis, average.
Rude. He runs people over.
Who's better, Will Levis or Terry Wilson?
Will Levis. I like Terry Wilson. Terry Wilson.
That one year he was good.
Terry Wilson had one. He lost a lot after his injury.
Who's
Because
better?
he was a primary runner, and then he tore his
Yeah.
MCL and meniscus, I think.
Yeah.
And so then he just
He
wasn't
just
the same
didn't have
essentially
it,
the
yeah.
next
Who's
year.
better, Andre Woodson
Andre Woodson.
or Jared Lorenzen?
Try that again.
Jared
The hefty
Lorenzen.
The hefty lefty or Andre Woodson?
I think
The
Andre
hefty
Woodson.
lefty just makes it sound like Kleinschmidt.
I think
But
I think Lorenzen
He'll
has,
never
I
hear
think
that.
Lorenzen has more records than Andre Woodson. He also has more nicknames.
Who's
Pillsbury
Andre Woodson.
Throwboy,
The Pillsbury Throwboy is a good
the
one.
round mound of touchdown.
Who's better, Will Levis or Lynn Bowden at quarterback?
Will Levis. Mobile, agile, hostile,
Why did
and
you say
hungry.
mobile like Alabama?
Because that's how it's said in that sentence, so that they all have "ile" on the end.
Mobile, hostile.
Or
That's
agile.
mobile.
It's not mobile, Alabama.
Or you go mobile, agile, whatever.
Yeah, you say it like you're from
Hostile.
the sticks.
Hostile.
Hungry.
You say
Like a
it like you
hostile?
say it like me.
No, I
Agile.
don't say it. Lawrence Boy.
Agile.
No, I don't say that.
I'm from the Midwest and we don't even say agile.
So the White Sox
So if
just
it's
signed
pronounced-
Kendall Graveman.
Yeah, I saw
If
that
it's
today.
wait,
Their 3 high leverage guys in their bullpen now. Kimbrel, $16 million. Hendricks, $13.3 million. Graveman, $8
$8 million. Yeah.
That's not how bullpens are constructed now.
No.
That's
They're
all.
gonna move. I think they're gonna try to move Kimbrel.
Well, he got
No,
1
they
year of
picked up
control.
his option.
I know, but they're gonna try to trade him. Is what I'm saying.
You think they're going to
They're gonna-
cash?
tell him to
Yeah, ticket
move to a new house.
And they'll have Hendricks
gonna
and
move
Graveman
him.
at the end.
Yeah, because I was
They're
going to
gonna
say,
help him
'cause
move.
you have, I don't know, but if you have
But
3
stay
high
on the team.
leverage guys, I mean,
Yeah.
you get your starters go 6,
Yeah,
Also,
but, I mean,
you got traded last year, didn't have to move.
or you have an injury, like you're still set there.
but if you look at
That must be
Giants,
nice. Not to get traded, but
the Rays,
like if you do, you don't have
You
to
got
move.
traded to a contender, so.
Yeah, didn't have to
Um,
move too.
the Astros, kind of the Braves. And there's a couple. I mean,
They're cheaper.
their high leverage guys are still on their first 6 years.
Less
Yeah.
expensive or
Except
inexpensive.
Will
Don't
Smith.
say cheap.
They're
it
all
makes it
either
sound
pre
bad.
or arbitration.
Will Smith.
Makes them sound like
He's
cheapos.
not, is he?
He's not. But,
But
most
Matzik
bullpens-
and
They got
Luke
him
Jackson
dirty.
are, and
Is he
Mentor,
dirty?
Mentor
I
is.
don't know, you look dirty.
But like
You think
the
he's
Yankees
He looks
have
like Rhino with his mustache.
Chapman,
Yeah.
16.
Another one that won't get hurt.
That's true.
Britain,
That's
14
probably more
million,
likely than
who's out for the
Stevens,
year.
Yeah.
But yeah,
though.
TJ.
Maybe I don't know.
I forgot what it was, but he's out for next year. Maybe a shoulder. And they have all these young guys that like sit 100 that are pre-arbitration that
They're still
they're
in-
just not going to use.
They're still in. Yeah.
I mean, like Jonathan
Contract
Loizaga
renewable.
could be the most effective. He has a 101 mile an hour 2-seam fastball.
That's insane. Movement.
He could be your closer, and he's
No, he just,
$1 million.
He just said it was really
Yeah.
fast.
and he could be
not
your
really
highest
long.
paid bullpen guy. But we're spending $30
$30 million on 2
million
guys.
on 2 guys. One of them's not even going to play.
Yeah.
2 guys that aren't effective as Loizaga, and you could honestly throw Clay Holmes up there, $1.5 million.
Yeah.
Chad Green's $4 million. That's fine.
This is his last year team
Wandy
control.
Peralta, $1 million.
Is this Chad Green's last year team control?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to move him.
What
He's got
about
an E at the end of his name?
No, he don't. Ends with an N.
what about Wander Franco signed a 12-year extension?
I saw that.
Yeah,
I didn't see the
Yeah,
mo- I
with the
didn't-
steam, dude.
I didn't see the money on it.
It's like $240.
That's
All these athletes keep signing long deals, but the steam's going to come get them.
The fog.
The fog.
the fog.
I'm gonna say Steve.
What?
That's a movie.
It was a tweet. It was
All right,
like,
let's talk about what's really going on.
I mean,
so football.
Yeah, seriously. So the Yankees
Florida.
released Clint Frazier and Rouge Neto.
they released Clint Frazier. Frazier.
Frazier.
Frazier.
Dude, you need to go
Frazier
to the
plays.
Steve's
I can't
therapist.
speak, man.
Yeah, no, they released
Slay the
him
road,
today.
bub.
All right, they DFA'd him before the 40-man deadline.
I saw that.
And no one
What is that?
would trade for him.
Well, my throat is
I think
really
the Braves
sore,
grab it.
so I've been sucking on these.
He would be. He would.
He's a good flyer.
He would be a
know
good
Frisbee
flyer
doing
and a
for a
bench
short
bat when Acuna comes back because we need a plug out.
And you're going to get
fielder.
the DH.
Doesn't work.
And he's not a great defensive player. So he can
But
play.
he can sit there if you need him to.
He can play. I mean, if he's going to be a full-time starter, he can play 70 games in outfield, 70 games a DH.
Full disclosure, I need a moment for my soapbox real quick. Today at work, walking down the hallway with Dylan, he goes,
Dylan is a man.
yes.
Not my brother Dylan.
Correct. And he goes, my elbow hurts. And in true
Does he
Will
talk like
fashion,
that?
no, he's like, my elbow hurts. Or I don't know. I can't do his voice.
Can I do his voice?
Sure.
My elbow hurts.
Okay. And in true Will fashion, I replied with, my penis hurts.
I'm assuming people heard you.
As soon as I finished saying hurts, one of my x-ray operators, right there, walking this way, and I was like, that's awkward. And then I just start laughing. Dylan starts laughing probably for the next, minute. I can't stop laughing. And he's like, I can't believe you just went with it. I was like, what am I going to do? I said my penis hurts in front of a lady.
I already said it, so.
I was like, what if I got fired for saying my penis hurts?
Was she attractive?
I don't think I can answer that.
Yeah,
Okay.
workplace.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
harassment.
All right.
Okay,
Dan
football.
Mullen is out.
I think that's the only way I can answer that.
That's fair.
Begin the groomers.
Favorites in the clubhouse right now.
John
Billy
Gruden.
Napier,
Bob
Bob Stoops,
Lane Kiffin.
No, I thought it
Lane
was
Kiffin.
Matt Campbell and then the Baylor guy.
No,
That's what it was yesterday.
I haven't heard anybody say Matt Campbell.
The,
I didn't either.
That's the one I saw yesterday.
For
was
the
Matt
Florida, the Florida insider people.
Yeah.
Those are the three names.
I'm talking about non-Florida
Sure.
people saying that.
We think that it is Napier. We heard he signed a deal, 4 years, $28 million.
Probably won't
So
announce
you
until
make
after
him
their
say
last
it.
game, which
Yeah.
is fair.
Hey, can we get Travis's screen pulled up?
I the only thing that I haven't looked a lot into it at all, but I did see where someone, and I don't know if this stuff's true or not, but someone said that Napier would not turn down an SEC job this year like he did last year.
Well,
And the two available are LSU and
Well,
Florida.
the
they're
reason-
better than the ones that were available.
They're better than the ones
And the
that were
reason that he
available
turned
last
down
year.
those three, according to, so I listened to David Waters had a Twitter space yesterday.
Yeah.
David Waters is a big,
He's a Florida Gators
like huge
insider. essentially.
podcast kind of guy. Like has a huge podcast. Anyway, he had a guy from the Raging Cajun.
I listened to that part of it about Napier. Yeah.
And he said that a lot of it was that one of the main reasons that he turned down those three offers was they weren't going to give him full roster control. Now, what does that mean?
How does that even work?
I don't.
College football.
That's what I was thinking. Like, how can you not
Do they
give
have
your
a
head
GM?
coach full roster control?
They have
like,
a GM or something?
I don't know if it meant like you can't go in there and tell like a scholarship guy like, "Hey, we don't have a spot for you." I don't know if that's what it meant, or I don't know. But
So here's my question for the Florida fans: who do you expect to transfer?
Emory.
because Richardson's going to be the starter.
yeah.
But
Emory
that
will-
would have happened anyway.
Emory will probably
It should have
leave.
happened.
Because I know, like Tennessee, they brought in a new
You
guy. They
want
lost.
him to get rid of Emory?
Huh?
You just said it should happen.
I was saying, even if Mullen stayed,
Emory should be
I was
gone.
saying Richardson should have been the starter next year no matter what.
Emory will
I bet
probably
you're one of
leave.
those fans that were making his
I'm gonna
mom
bet
uncomfortable.
Copeland.
Yeah, I
leaves.
was.
Tennessee
I was
lost their
thinking
running
Copeland.
backs.
Well, him and Emory are like best
And
friends. So
I
maybe,
feel like
you
a
know.
lot of guys
I
on
just
defense.
imagine he's
I guess
gonna leave.
linebackers.
He seems like he's got.
So,
a possibility. I don't know that for sure.
And then three linebackers.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
know
think
what
a lot of
what's going
people
on. I don't think a lot
will
of guys
leave,
are going to leave.
honestly.
I think there might be a couple of DBs leave because we're kind of deep at
Wide
corner.
receiver, defensive
Like
end.
We'll take
Wilcoxon.
We'll take him.
Yeah,
Well, I
maybe.
could see like Wilcoxon leaving.
But
Somebody like that.
The
You know, it's like
thing
fifth
with,
string corner.
I did a little bit of research on Napier. I want to watch him Saturday, so I can learn a little bit more about how he does stuff. But
Saban guy, right?
Well, Dabo.
I mean, way
and
back.
Saban.
Dabo and
yeah,
Saban.
so he started with Dabo. So he was the OC at Clemson 09, and they averaged like 43 points a game. or
No,
something
it was
like
like 35.
It was Dabo's first year. So
Nice.
It was 35.
that. Was it? Well, it's 35 then, 43 now. It's basically the same thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then they fired him in 2010. He immediately gets picked up by Saban in Alabama 2011 They beat LSU in the game that should have never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Rematch, yeah.
And then he went somewhere for a year.
He was at Arizona State
for
Arizona
as
State
the
for a
OC.
year. Saban hires him as the receiver coach from 13 to 17.
No, it wasn't Arizona State. Arizona State was after
That was
the second.
in,
It was the second stint. It
It
was
was
right before
something
Louisiana.
else. It was something else.
Yeah, I
I
don't
thought
know.
in between. But anyway, he goes to Alabama from 13 to 17, and that's like the golden era of Alabama,
receivers.
Yeah.
And so, as far as bringing him in recruiting wise and developing him, I think he's pretty darn good at that.
Yeah. Let's see what I.
And then
why I'm
in
not taking
19 at ULL, they had
So,
3 guys
I think
almost
most
rushed
of
for
it is
1,000
just
yards.
not
Yeah.
the number.
Quarterback threw for 3, threw at 24 touchdowns. 2020, COVID year, throw it out.
I mean, they
year,
still
this
played
year
well.
it's a lot of the same. They just really, hey, defense is giving us this. This is what we're going to do, and so that's good to see.
So that podcast that Mason was talking about, he had that ULL guy like on, and he was talking about him, and he says that he thinks he like needs to grow as a play caller, but like he kind of said like he's just like whatever the strength is, like that's what they're gonna go with, like, and he thinks he'd be a home run hire for Florida.
Now, here's the biggest part I think is going to be whoever they bring in as a head coach. If it's an offensive guy, who's he going to bring in for the defense? Because I think the defense has been the issue.
That's the
correct.
Well, weirdly though, the defense has never been an issue until Mullen got there.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
Until Grantham, yeah.
and
under
so
the most recent
I
regime.
really like if you
the
go
players
back
are there. The players are there on defense.
There's studs everywhere on the team. Like, great example, Marco Wilson. He plays a lot
He
for
threw
the
that shoe,
Cardinals.
though.
Plays a lot for the Cardinals. They let him do bump and run coverage, which shockingly,
And
what he's good at.
he's big and strong and fast and
That's what
athletic.
before he
and
tore his
that's what-
ACL. Like he was starting as a freshman, and he was a stud.
You know what? So it's funny that you say that. So they weren't letting him kind of play his style.
No, they were
No.
playing soft
So,
zone and
I
all this crap.
guess it was maybe 2 days ago. I rewatched that Belichick and Saban HBO documentary, and one of the things that Saban said one of the number one things I learned from Belichick, because they're just talking, he said the main thing I learned from you that I then took into college coaching was it's not, hey, you come in and you play this position how I want you to play and how my staff wants you to play. It's how are we going to coach you to play the way you're better at playing.
Yeah.
So like a similar thing would be like Marco Wilson. He's more of a bump and run corner, and they weren't letting him do that.
I think that is Grantham's whole issue. Is
Yeah.
he doesn't adapt. He didn't adapt.
It's you adapt
what
to
he
me,
had.
not I adapt.
He has his system, and he has to have
He
people that
didn't
fit
adapt,
that.
and that's funny because Mullen was
kinda
the
like-
opposite of that, where he would mold his offense to the players.
I mean, yeah, he did that
But
last year.
There's just been a lot of stuff. There's just something wrong. Like Mullen just doesn't work there. Whatever it is, he doesn't work there. Is it too big for him? Maybe.
It'd be kind of like
Like
if you
Mississippi
took
State was perfect for him because he didn't. There's not the expectations at Florida. Like you got to roll in 30 points already on the board.
Yeah.
Like you have to score points at Florida, and then it's hard when you've got the man who reinvented modern football basically in the 90s, Steve Spurrier. It's kind of not necessarily your boss, but he's at every game. He's watching everything you do.
Yeah.
And it's tough.
And I mean, apparently he was part of the reason Mullen was fired.
And so
So,
I like that.
I think I have two trains of thought on it. One, Kiffin is about the most alike to Spurrier.
yeah.
My issue
Because
with
of the
him,
visor.
it's just
Well, just his
attitude.
vibe.
My issue with him is he does seem to have too many
Vibes there.
emotional highs and lows, which I don't like that out of a coach.
Sounds like an off-brand.
Yeah.
I would like a
vaccine.
coach to be a little more even keeled. I don't like his football decision making. The fourth down stuff's too much. Like
Lane.
you
Yeah.
have to play football, and so that's why I'm kind of favoring Billy Napier, because I don't think Bob Stoops is coming out of retirement,
I don't know.
and so I think it's down to those two.
No, my whole thing has just been if he was, I think it would be to go coach at Florida. Like if Stoops was to come out of retirement, I think it would be to coach Florida.
Maybe, yeah.
What else you though?
No.
And then, but if he does come in, if it is Napier, I don't know what his defensive staff is like down there. I would love.
This guy said he thinks he'd bring a lot of his staff from
And hey,
ULL.
I mean, here's the thing: is Urban brought all his guys with him from Utah, and it
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah,
That is a real halftime score.
Yeah,
That's-
low sport,
that's
low
hot.
scoring game.
but he was saying like Napier is a program builder, and like
Well,
he
if
would
you-
come
if you
in
look-
and
If you look at the teams that are winning
change the
now,
culture.
consistently winning, Ryan Day inherited a built program.
Yeah,
Urban built that thing back up. Saban built Alabama back up. Dabo built Clemson up. It's like the top up. Lincoln Riley inherited Oklahoma from Bob Stoops, who built that program up back up.
well, back up.
And then they reinvent it. So Oklahoma used to have really good defenses and stuff, and they were still really good on offense. But now it's more about the offense, although the defense is playing better. And so I think that's what you need at Florida. Like,
Is Riley going to get the call?
I don't think Lincoln Riley leaves.
But I think you call him until he says. I think he's your first choice. You make him say no.
I don't know.
Why not? Him and Florida and LSU. I think you call Lincoln Riley
Well,
and you make him say
so
no before you
I
seek
heard
other
Joel
things.
Klatt talked a lot
Right?
about that. Joel Klatt talked a lot about Lincoln Riley.
When did he
And
do
he-
this? Because I
this
need
was
to.
like
Because
a
I like
couple-
what he says, so I
This
kind of
like-
want to watch
So
it.
this was like a couple of days ago, maybe, or I watched it a couple of days
Was
ago.
it on Cowherd?
He was on Cowherd.
Okay.
He said that from what he understands, Lincoln Riley has this. He's like Bob Stoops. Bob Stoops got calls all the time
Yeah,
and turned them down because he felt.
which is fine, but I think you do need to call
But
him.
he felt a responsibility to win at Oklahoma, and they said Lincoln Riley is the exact same way. That is not who was supposed to be the coach. Like, he was this young dude, never proven, never been a head coach, and Stoops stepped down because he thought Lincoln Riley was best for Oklahoma
Yeah.
and entrusted him to it. And so they think Lincoln Riley will not go anywhere until he wins.
Yeah,
at
Natty?
Oklahoma.
yeah.
He has to. He thinks that he takes that responsibility on to win
Yeah.
there before he goes somewhere else. And then
I get that.
there's a lot of talk about.
And I mean, there's not many programs that you'd leave Oklahoma to go to.
no,
Like,
well, you got.
I think LSU and Florida are two of them.
The thing with LSU is this, and I love that people get this wrong. They're like, "Well, they ran their last two head coaches out of
Yeah,
town after
not
they
really.
won." But
Not
let's
really.
be honest. At LSU, how many of their receivers go to the NFL? Probably every single one of them. I feel like are in the NFL.
And even
Yeah.
Racey McMath got drafted. And
Dude,
he was
I didn't
number
even know
5 on the
who,
team last year.
what's his face on the Jaguars?
That's a good point.
The receiver, DJ Chark. I didn't even know he played at LSU.
You didn't?
yeah.
Until
He's a
like
stud.
after he had left.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know that.
But their issue is they hire defensive guys,
Yeah.
and then they lose. I mean, you lose Joe Brady, and so I think they have to make a splash with an offensive head coach, and Billy Napier would be good. But I don't know. Like when I think of like the powers in college football, LSU, while they're good, I don't put them above Florida.
I mean, I know, but
I just don't. Like
a lot of people would because
I
their
don't think
past
you
three
can.
coaches have won a
I think they're
championship.
close.
Yeah, but like, okay, their past three have won a championship. So what they've got was that was Saban,
Yeah.
and then
Saban,
you,
Miles,
then you
and
went
Orgeron.
what?
Les Miles.
You
Les
went-
Miles.
I know. I'm trying to
Until
think time wise. Yeah, but
03 to 07.
sure. But look at my thing with LSU is this:
and then from 07 to 19.
their coaches never live up to what they're supposed to do out there.
Oh, that's
I don't-
fair.
I don't know what it is, but also like if you can just go in your backyard at Florida and pull guys in,
Yeah.
and I get you can
Oh,
do
I
that
agree.
in Louisiana, but
Not
like,
to the same extent.
And you Texas, East
like,
Texas.
winning at Florida is a lot cooler than winning at LSU. Because
I agree. I'm just saying
like,
people would say that.
Florida is a more football prestigious school. They just are. They've put out freaks the entire time they've been around.
I mean, since the late
it's
80s, I
like
guess.
Gatorade, the Swamp, like super iconic. And honestly, for most of my adult life, Florida's beat the shit out of LSU.
Yeah.
So, like when Florida's been good and LSU's been good, Florida has won. So
That's fair. I was
that's
just saying.
that's just my take. I'm not saying LSU's not a good job. The USC thing would be more enticing to me. Because if you can revive USC,
That's such a hard job.
The only thing though is
That's
like
hard.
But if you revive
California
it, you're,
sucks. You're like
sure, but I'm just saying
the
if you can
10th
revive,
thing in town.
If you can revive USC, like
You are
you're
set.
the dude.
I mean,
All
yeah.
right, so what about for either LSU or Florida?
I was,
Mario Cristobal.
I don't.
No,
want
he's
him.
not going to leave.
I don't want him.
He's
He
not
also
gonna leave.
just got dominated by Utah. Like it
I know
happens every year. I feel like.
Yeah,
I'm just throwing names out there, guys.
No, I don't want him.
What about Mark
Bill
Stoops?
O'Brien.
My
Mark
thing.
Stoops.
Well,
Now,
first,
hey, I'll tell you this.
no,
I could see Bill O'Brien going to LSU.
I don't want him. He's trash.
He's not trash, but I could see him going to LSU. He did good at Penn State. Here's
He
the thing
did
with him
fine.
at the Texans. They still won that division
That's fine.
multiple times.
And they were not.
But my thing is like, people act like being at Alabama for one season is just like the greatest thing you can ever do,
Well,
and it
well,
just fixes
Sark's
everything.
doing great.
Yeah.
That's a weird narrative. No.
I think that's a similar situation to USC, where it's like you're starting from scratch. Like you aren't, but you are.
You have Bijan Robinson, and then that nobody else pretty much.
Yeah.
But they blow too many leads, and that's on your coach.
That is
Yeah.
coaching.
When you blow that many leads, that's on your coach.
I was gonna say
They could
let's
easily be 8-4.
let's all
Easily.
make our picks for who lands at those
So
the
I'll
three
say,
jobs, the
I
top
believe,
three jobs.
I believe Napier to Florida.
I do too.
I don't think Kiffin goes to LSU. I think Kiffin stays.
I think he stays.
I think Ole Miss is perfect for him, and he needs to give it more time
Yeah,
because he can start getting.
So I
those-
think that's why people are saying that he's going to bounce is because he's bounced in the past.
I don't think he's going. Well, he
I don't
stayed
think
at
he's
he stayed
bouncing.
at FAU for a while,
he did
He stayed there
to
for
kind of
3 years.
2 years longer than I
build
thought.
back his brand. And
and so I think if he
So I think he does that at Ole
if
Miss.
you can start pulling in some of those Mississippi boys, your defense
Mississippi
can get better
has some good
overnight.
guys.
It's underrated for
As far as LSU, honestly speaking, if I had to bet, I think I bet on two people: Joe Brady coming back and doing it, or Bill O'Brien. Those are my bets.
Okay,
Because
so
Franklin just locked up a 10-year deal.
yeah,
I know they
Yeah, that was
offered
crazy.
Mel Tucker, right? A 10-year
I don't know if that was
extension.
ever. Oh, they offered
Michigan
him that
State
extension. I don't
offered
know
him
if any
that.
of that's official yet.
Maybe Mel Tucker.
After that game they played,
I'm not going
against
to throw
Ohio
him in
State.
there because I thought that he got offered that, but
he did, but I don't know. If
Signed it.
he
Did
did.
he sign it?
I don't know.
I never
10
saw
years,
that.
95 million.
I don't think it was
I just
officially.
never
From when
saw
I was
that he
reading,
officially
they were
signed
saying
it.
he better sign that thing at halftime of last week.
I don't think it was
If you hadn't
ever
signed it yet, you
officially
better
offered. It
sign
was
it.
just rumored.
Well, I mean, I saw a thing today that said Mel Tucker and James Franklin getting big deals. So why does Lincoln Riley not have one yet?
Oh, really?
I don't know. I think LSU goes Aranda or O'Brien.
Randy would be a good hire.
Yeah.
That's the Baylor guy.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't
he'd,
he-
he'd be coming back.
Yeah, wasn't he? I was gonna say he was there.
He was the
He was a
DC in
there for a
19
while.
when they won it.
All right,
Yeah.
on the picks.
Now let's do college football playoffs because we're talking college football.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Pick
were.
one team to
What
be
is it?
out. Alabama,
What is it now? Georgia,
Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, Cincinnati.
Cincy. If I
Yeah.
had to pick one team to be out, sure, yeah, I'd just say Alabama's out.
I would say Alabama's out.
If Alabama beats Georgia, it just stays the same.
I think
It's just the numbering
I think
changes.
Cincy falls.
And if
Yeah,
Oklahoma
but who
State
comes in?
wins the
Oklahoma
Big
State.
12, then they
I think Oklahoma
might
State's
get
going to
in.
win the Big 12.
No, I think that they lose to Oklahoma.
You think they lose in Bedlam?
Yeah.
Well, that's to play them twice, wouldn't they?
No. If
Or
that,
who
well,
would- who would Oklahoma
if
State
Oklahoma
lose?
State wins, and Oklahoma and Baylor wins, it's Oklahoma State Baylor. If Baylor loses,
I mean,
it's
Baylor
a rematch, no matter what.
Baylor could be.
I don't think we'll see a Big 12 team.
Oklahoma.
Me neither.
I think if Oklahoma State wins out, they
I think
get
we
in.
see two SECs.
I don't think we see two
I've seen people
SECs.
say that Notre Dame gets in over Cincinnati, which is
No.
ridiculous.
Would make no
So they
sense.
get it.
If
As the
Cincy,
fourth.
if Cincy loses, yeah, but
Yeah, but if they finish
No, even
undefeated,
if they don't.
they shouldn't go.
No.
So
Notre Dame.
let's say Georgia
Notre
beats
Dame could be the
Alabama.
four.
Alabama's out.
Yeah,
Ohio State's probably
they're
in.
gonna. Be.
All right.
if they beat Michigan.
If
And
Michigan
They
beats
will.
them, listen. Michigan beats them. Michigan wins the Big Ten.
they're in.
But Ohio State, well, they've just sitting there with two. They're out. I forgot they lost to Oregon.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically you have to win.
The winner of Michigan and Ohio State is going to get
Probably
in,
going to get in.
unless they just crap the bed against
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Well,
Yeah,
no, no.
it's going to be
Which they
Wisconsin,
shouldn't.
right?
Happen.
I
Neither
don't
team
know.
should.
It's very
I don't
likely
know.
that it's Wisconsin.
It's a weird scenario where like whoever Wisconsin plays, if Wisconsin loses, it's not the winner of those two that gets in; it's someone else gets in, like Iowa maybe.
I don't know.
It's
I
a
couldn't
weird
tell you.
situation.
But anyway, so I think Cincy's in. I just think they have to win.
Because
Which
they
they should,
had a
'cause they
really
just play
good
bad
win
teams
against.
now.
They had a really good win against SMU.
Well, SMU was 8-2, magically not ranked.
Yeah.
by
They
the
had been ranked
playoff
like most of
committee.
the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had just lost, didn't they?
Well, I know, but still,
You're 8-2.
they have they've been putting 3-loss teams in. Like I know it's SMU, but they've been ranked most of the year. They should be 20 to 25.
Does
I would
2-loss
think.
Alabama? I mean,
They
let's
were
say
tw- I think
Alabama
they were
loses by
23
1
then
to Georgia.
lost.
Do they just go to
if you-
4?
They won't let a 2-loss team in.
They shouldn't.
might,
They shouldn't.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
No, I honestly like.
2-loss Alabama or 1-loss Notre Dame. Who's the 4?
I think you put Notre Dame in.
That's the 4.
They're not going to put a 2-loss team.
I think it depends on how the Georgia Bama game goes.
Let's say it's
not.
1 point.
They're not.
Then I think Bama
They're
gets
not
in over
going to
Notre
put a
Dame.
2-loss team in.
They might if it's Alabama.
They're not. No.
That might
Well,
be-
they might, but they
That
shouldn't.
Money.
The same, but money could be argued with Notre
I
Dame.
mean, Notre Dame's
Notre
gonna
Dame
bring you money too.
No, yeah, Notre Dame's going to bring in a
So
shit
Cincinnati's
ton of
out. Undefeated Cincinnati's out.
No, I
1-loss
think- I
Notre
think-
Dame's
I
a
think you
3.
would have-
2-loss Alabama's the 4.
No, because here's why. Here's a story.
Ohio State jumps
with
Georgia.
Notre Dame in. Here's the storylines. You get Luke Fickell versus Ohio State at 2 and 3 right there, and that's an Ohio game. That's
Yeah.
huge. So that would happen first.
What
I don't
bowl
think
is that?
Alabama's getting in because
I don't
if
know.
Alabama got in at 4, then it's Alabama Georgia again, and nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Unless Ohio State, wins their next 2 games by 24 points, and then
Sure, but
And
if,
Georgia
but if
only wins
Georgia,
by 1.
but if Georgia beats
Like,
the
if
number-
Georgia-
number 3 team,
Yeah, I'm
they're
saying-
going to keep their spot.
I was saying if Georgia beat Georgia Tech by a game-winning field goal, and they dropped.
But it's all
That'd be bad.
none of it matters
Yeah.
because they're going to destroy Georgia.
I know. I was just saying that's
Jeff
the only
Hollis
way
the
it could
coach?
happen.
Yeah, and the Alabama team I have seen
They're
can't
not.
sniff Georgia's jockstrap.
they're going to try to.
So-
They're going to try to sniff it.
Now, and
Pause.
it would take Bill O'Brien doing something he's never done, and that's coming up with a great game plan to beat Georgia.
The
And
Georgia
it would also
defense is
take-
just nasty.
It would take one of
It's
Saban's
nasty.
best defensive game plans to be able to stop them. Because I just think Georgia's going to overpower them.
I think they're just bigger. They're going to be bigger and stronger. And
straight downhill on Alabama. Because
I got a question.
Florida was doing
went
it.
straight downhill on them.
Florida
I got a
might
weird question.
finish with a losing record.
And A&M ran straight downhill.
Well,
I
they
got a
got-
weird
yeah.
question.
Okay.
That might be
I mean,
a dumb
Arkansas
question.
did too.
Yeah.
How long has Saban been looking ahead to the Georgia game and working on that defensive game plan?
I don't.
Do you think
I
that
don't
he's
think he
not
looks
that?
ahead.
I don't think he does that.
I think he's more worried about. I think he's worried about Auburn.
The only
I'm
coach.
worried.
the-
I mean, not worried, but
focus,
like
listen,
Focus.
Auburn.
I know
It's a
I
weird
know-
game, too.
I know that
It's always weird on
when
the
Urban
plains.
was at Ohio State, they game planned
For Michigan,
Every
Michigan.
week.
Not every week, but starting second half of the season,
like after their
they
bye,
would
probably.
have Michigan stuff,
Stuff
in it,
and
that's
scout
why they
team
would
running some
drop,
Michigan stuff.
They
that's why
lose to
they drop
Purdue,
a team
or-
to Iowa, or drop a game to
Yeah.
Iowa, drop a game to Purdue.
Maybe that's why Alabama lost to A&M so long ago.
No.
They started early.
They don't do that.
You never know.
Well, because that's not how Belichick does stuff.
I know.
And Saban tries to copy him. So, all right, picks.
All right, so
Somebody has to. I'll do it.
what?
I'm picking the Egg Bowl.
Oh, I was picking it too.
Okay. Well,
Standings. Do you want me to say records?
I think
or
I
just
went
the
3
order?
and 3 last
record.
week.
Just
order.
Just order.
Record.
Will, John Alex, Mason, Oakley, Christian.
Yeah, I went 3 and 3.
2 and 4.
I don't know.
It's bad.
You have
I went and
36
looked at mine.
now. You had 31 last week. You had went 5 and 1 last week.
Hey, let's go.
Didn't have any money in my account, so I didn't.
Hey, that
All right, so I need to update.
that Tuesday night action parlay I've got is
I've got one going right now.
up
too.
right now. I've just bet money line on the 2 favorites. Just put it
Oh.
together.
All right, my
But,
first
hey.
pick: Wake Forest money line at Boston College. You know
They
what?
lost last
Screw
week,
that.
didn't
Where's mine?
I'm going. My first one is actually going to be Ohio State -7.5.
they? Is that what it's down to?
You got Ohio State at 7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 7.5.
Okay, so when I did my picks, I was wrong.
I did mine at 539, and it was 9.5.
Wow.
You already put it in?
Yes, but I'm taking the 7.5 number.
I'll
That's
give it
fair.
a
That's
7.5.
fine.
What
On the
time
pod,
is
I'll give it
Florida
a
playing?
Noon Eastern.
That's what when I put them in, I give, if someone has the same pick, if they got it at different
The
lines,
line.
I give them
The
line,
better,
like,
the
while
more
we're-
favorable line.
The line while we're
Yeah.
recording.
the line that said,
And then I'm gonna take Florida minus 2.5. They can't let me down every week.
they can.
I think they'll win this week.
I think
Okay.
you said that before.
I'm going to take.
Like maybe last week.
I did. But I really think
All
that
right,
this
so
time.
I've got mine. I've got Ole Miss money line. They are 1.5 point dogs. Surprisingly,
Are they actually?
they're 1.5 point dogs.
Some of the lines this week are giving me
Um,
the heebie-jeebies.
and then I'm going Ohio State minus 7.5.
I've got 9.5 for Ohio State.
We're on FanDuel.
9.5. Yeah.
That's what I'll look at it again.
What did y'all say?
It says 7.5.
7.5 on
It
FanDuel.
says 7.5.
All right, so. And you picked that?
Mhm.
I'm also. Can I
You're
go?
going Ohio State?
It's 7.5.
I'm
I've got
taking.
Ohio State as well.
I'm taking Ohio State minus 7.5, and I'm taking.
All right, so we're all taking.
Ohio
Anyone who's picking Ohio State,
That's
line
just
is
the lock
7.5.
of the pod.
That's the
7.5.
pod lock. 7.5 at Ohio State.
And I'm gonna take.
What were your two?
Ole Miss money line. Ohio State.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Oklahoma State. Minus 4.5. I think they win by a touchdown.
All right, what y'all got?
Ohio State minus 7.5.
I didn't do an SEC pick. Whatever.
Don't matter.
Kentucky plus 2.5.
I
Who
thought
they
about
playing?
that one.
Louisville.
That was down.
It's only 2.5.
I wanted to do the
It's
Florida
plus
one, but I
2.5.
didn't want to just
Kentucky's
do
the
exactly
underdog
what you
at
did.
2.5. Yeah.
All right, Will, what you got?
It's fine.
Oregon
Malik Cunningham's
minus
very
7.
good,
Yeah, he is pretty good.
Oregon?
Minus 7.
and we struggle to tackle an open field, and he's going to get an
Is that
open field.
the Civil War? On Civil War?
I mean, it's rivalry.
I don't think they call it
Yeah.
that anymore. It's not allowed.
It's Oregon State.
Yeah.
Not allowed. They don't call it that
then-
anymore.
I
It's
really
the-
want to pick on the Tennessee
Not-
game,
not the-
but
Captain
the spread
America
is
Civil
31 and
War.
a half, and that's just too many points. And
don't
also
call
the
it
over
that.
63, and that's too many points to score with Vanderbilt. Even though Tennessee might score 63 by themselves.
That's true.
Vandy's backup quarterback, sneaky good. Very
I'm going
athletic.
to take the over in that.
Granted, that was against Kentucky, and we can't tackle an open field.
We
They
just
did.
put up, it was 74 against South Alabama. I think that's a fair comparison.
And like Vandy might score one touchdown. So like
They put
All
that backup
right.
in the score for you.
NFL.
They
Niffle.
did, hey, fun fact, they did stop calling it the Civil War in 2019.
Yeah,
I didn't know
I
that.
said that.
the
I've
Captain
got-
America Civil
It's
War.
kind of wild.
What are they
That's just
calling
a
it now?
movie.
Just
Battle for Oregon.
They don't say anything.
They don't. They
It's
just-
not named.
I've got the under. Bears Lions.
That's-
Andy Dalton
Rawr.
versus Tim Boyle. Definitely an under game. I've got New
Oh, I think they said golf's playing.
Yeah, golf.
Dan Campbell said that, too,
Yeah, golf is
Yeah.
looking like he's going to be healthy.
which I think
That
also points to the under.
that
If
I
we're
mean,
being
what's the
honest,
Boyle
what
is
is the
trash.
line?
41 and a half.
I think that's under.
Yeah, but golf would probably bump it up. What? A point?
I'd give him more than a point. 3.
All right, I'm gonna throw that one out there because
You can take
you
it.
can't take golf on. Nobody bets against Jared Goff on Thanksgiving. Everybody knows that.
Not
rule.
against the golf ball.
Everybody knows that rule. And Matt Nagy may get fired.
That's true.
Yeah.
And so I think everybody's going to play.
They've never fired a
The
coach
defense
during
is going to
postseason,
play
but
really
still.
well. But my first one, I'll do Patriots money line. I'm going to do Eagles money line. I'm going to do Colts money line against the Bucks. That one's tough. And then I'm going to go 49ers money line against the Vikings at home. All MLs, baby.
All right. So to start it off, I got a Thanksgiving game. The Bills -6 at New Orleans. I like the Eagles money line. I like the Texans -2.5 against the Jets, and then I like the Rams money line
Okay.
coming off the bye.
I'm doing Texans minus 2.5. I'm doing Packers money line. I'm doing Eagles minus 3.5. And I'm doing Falcons money line.
All right. So I'm doing the same school of thought that I did last week.
Oh, where you do the
So
method.
if they didn't
Yeah,
cover
yeah.
last week and they're playing a team that did cover the week before, you take the team that didn't cover last
yeah.
week.
Yeah.
However, there are two exceptions. Two games that I'm not including in that.
The Patriots.
No. In that little school of thought. So the Jets didn't cover last week. The Texans did cover last week. Jets and Texans are playing against each other. So that little formula train of thought would tell me to bet on the Jets. I made a rule last week. I'm not betting on the Jets. So we're not betting on the Jets. The other one that I'm not taking that falls under that category is, I gotta scroll up, where is it? Yeah, Bears and Lions. Lions did cover last week. Bears did not cover last week. So I should take Bears to cover. I made a rule last week. I'm not betting against the Lions anymore against the spread. Because I always lose when I bet against the Lions against the spread. So we're not taking that. Those are not my picks. My picks.
So fade his not.
Rude. My picks are Panthers minus 1.5 against the Dolphins. Giants plus 3.5 against the Eagles. Titans plus 6.5 against the Patriots. Browns plus 4 against the Ravens. Those are my 4 picks. And those all fall under that little train of thought that I used last week that didn't do well. It went 1 and 2.
Yeah, but
last
this week it might.
This week it might do better.
I think you guys just need to use my train of thought.
What is your train of thought?
Winning. So.
Well, rude.
That's true though.
I don't have that I don't have that shot in the
So
bag.
my first pick is going to be the Cowboys minus 7.5 against the Raiders on Thursday afternoon football.
True.
My second pick is going to be
Thanksgiving.
over 45.5 Bills Saints Thursday night football.
Bang!
Everybody scored against the Bills in the last 3 weeks, and
The Bills.
The Bills are just.
Well, only one person
That's true.
scored last week.
Who?
Jonathan Taylor.
That's true.
And then I'm going to pick the Eagles minus 3.5 against the Giants. That seems too easy, in all honesty.
Rude, because I picked the Giants.
Yeah, but they don't have Jason Garrett anymore.
Freddie Kitchens calling plays. Giants plus 3.5.
Hey, actually, that might not be. Freddie Kitchens was a good OC.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, maybe you want to.
Nah.
You want to change that pick, homie.
Eagles are playing well.
And then I'm going to
Are
go.
They're on a mini hot streak.
They won like 3 of the last 4.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
They won exactly 3 of their last exactly 4.
Okay, what was your last one, Will?
Ravens
Probably
minus
Titans.
4.
Ravens against who?
The Browns.
Ooh, okay.
Lamar coming back.
Yeah.
What were your picks again?
Cowboys cover over Bills.
Giants or Eagles and Ravens.
Yep.
So you picked 2 against mine. You faded me twice.
What did I say before? I
What was-
picking?
What was the Pokemon that's on that picture? Is it Aggron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Au gratin potatoes. What was that?
Whoa.
Look. It's a little teeny little blip.
A little blip.
So that's everybody's picks, right?
That's all of them.
That's all of them.
Okay,
Think we all
well,
go 6-0 this week?
Yeah.
Probably.
that'd
not.
be
No,
sick.
well, it's kind of impossible.
Do you think I go 6-0 this week?
Nah. I
I
bet.
had to put money on. Who
I
would
bet
go
none of us
6-0.
go 6-0.
You could literally only put money on me because I'm the only one that's done it.
That's true. I went 5-1 one time.
And you went 1-5 the week.
Oh.
No, you went 0-6 the week before.
No,
You went
I went
0-6
1
and
and
then
5. I've never gone 0 and 6.
I thought you did.
No,
You know
we
what?
thought I did one time, but I was like, But you checked, and I was 1-5. I've probably gone 1-5 multiple times.
You go work more?
But
It is what it is.
it is what it is.
Just happy that I have zero reason to go to work.
I really hope I haven't gone to Wednesday.
Yeah, you gotta work Friday. That's cool.
Did you find it?
No. I found the one where Will went 6-0.
So the Braves
Good
need
game.
to sign.
What about the one
Freddie?
where I went 5-1?
They need to resign Freddie.
That was last week.
That needs to happen soon.
Okay, well, how about this? What food is everybody looking forward to the most on Thanksgiving?
My grandmother's mashed potatoes.
That's disgusting.
I don't know what she does to them, but like there's cheese in it,
Dude.
and like
What does
when
she
you-
be doing to
when
him?
you get
She
the
be putting
spoon
cheese.
and swap them onto your plate, there's like cheese right now.
Stop.
Stop talking.
You drop them off on your plate.
Yeah. I was talking about that dude Tiger Campbell to
Us.
Brady, my roommate the other day. We were talking about him. He was cold. Point guard for UCLA.
Like
Gonna be on
cold-blooded?
ESPN tonight. No, I don't think he was a reptile.
No.
He's not.
My mom started making this monkey bread about
Whoa.
6 months ago.
You're telling me to be
Nah,
quiet.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I told her, I texted her today. I was like, what did I say?
Give me that monkey bread, girl.
No, I said that to me.
Sounds like something.
I said,
We gotta
"I
do
want a
fully
monkey
torrid
bread."
too. So don't.
She said, "You are what you eat," with a monkey covering no speak, whatever.
Speak no evil.
And I said, "I'll gladly wear that crown."
There you go.
I also told my entire family today, like, I'm coming home next weekend, the weekend after Thanksgiving, because I need to get my car serviced, even though I can get my car serviced in Nashville. And for no reason, no, that's not how that works. But for no reason other than I need to get my car serviced, but it's actually my mom's birthday.
Does she not know it's her birthday?
No,
She
but
doesn't know that
she
he's
knows I'm
coming
messing
home
with
for her.
Yeah, I
never
told
mind.
her, I'm like, I'm not coming home for your birthday.
Oh, I get
I'm
it.
coming home to get my car serviced. Even though it's further of a drive from my house to the Toyota in Murfreesboro than it is from here to the Beam.
Be
Oh, shoot.
Be a man.
We just
Be
decided
a
where
man.
we lived.
Be a man. Okay, what's your
Green Hills.
Peas and grease.
peas and
What the
grease?
heck even is that?
What?
Pea and
No
grease? You be peeing in
You're
grease?
gonna pea in grease?
Is that
Whose
Well-
pea? Whose pea are you drinking out
hot?
of grease?
I think they're Italian peas.
Is it like when
No.
you add water
It's not
to
a-
grease?
Are they black-eyed peas?
and it
No,
starts
they're like
popping?
green peas.
Oh, they're little green ones.
Or do you
I don't
add
know what
Peas
it
are
is.
good.
grease to your
I don't.
peas?
I don't know what it is.
No.
Peas are good.
It's called
though.
peas and grease. I don't know what is in it other than peas and grease.
That's
kind of
probably
grease?
it.
Believe bacon.
I hate peas.
Well, I like them.
I
You
love
like
peas.
Pretty much like
I
any
don't know
vegetable.
what
Do you like
just
Dean
happened,
peas?
Any vegetable other than.
Do you like D's?
Do you like
tomatoes
Dean
and
peas?
olives.
He's alright.
I like when Dean peas.
Whoa.
I'm looking forward to the dressing.
Yeah,
It's good.
dressing's good.
Alright,
Are you
serious
anti-meat
question.
Christian?
Alright. What is
Yeah.
the difference
Yes.
between dressing and stuffing?
I think it's just like
Regional.
another way of
I
saying
think
it.
it's regional.
It's like semantics.
I didn't know if like
Why did
stuffing
you bring
was.
Jewish people into this?
Yeah.
I didn't
What's
know
your
if
deal?
It's not what I
Celebrate
said.
That's a
Thanksgiving.
good one. That's a really good
That was
one.
good. That was good.
Although Hanukkah begins the Monday after
I
Thanksgiving.
thought
it
I thought
seems really
stuffing
early.
was inside and
It
dressing
does.
was just on the side.
I just
I don't
think
know.
it's the same thing.
It's the same. It's just a regional term.
Okay.
Also,
Just
mac
like
and
hot.
cheese Thanksgiving side.
It's a side that you
That
have,
you
on
have on
Thanksgiving. Yeah, but it's
So
not
therefore
a.
it is a-
Oakley side.
Huh?
Is it a side?
What'd you say?
So
Okay.
That's 100% on the Oakley side.
Yeah, it's
Is
a
mac and
it's a-
cheese a side that you have on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Yeah,
what I
so
said.
that's like
I
saying.
said that.
Honestly, my family has never had mac and cheese on
Okay,
Thanksgiving.
we always have mac and cheese.
Yeah,
I
we have it there.
also have never had mac and cheese on Thanksgiving.
The first time we
So,
had
have it
a-
there.
we had a
therefore,
Friendsgiving last
for
night. That's
us,
the first
it
time
is
I've
a
ever had mac and
Thanksgiving
cheese with
side.
food.
No.
No, again, it's
For
a
us,
side
it is
you have on
if you
Thanksgiving.
have a,
It's
if
not
you
a
have it on
Thanksgiving side.
Thanksgiving, it's a Thanksgiving side.
Dress-
Dressing,
saying
candied
that-
yams, cranberry sauce.
I
Those are
don't-
Thanksgiving
corn.
I
sides.
don't like
Corn,
Mashed
green
Okay, I like
potatoes.
corn.
Not mashed potatoes. Mashed
Mashed
potatoes
potatoes
is a
are
side
every
you would have
day.
on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Mashed sweet potatoes,
No,
Thanksgiving
I
side.
think mashed
Peas
potatoes
are
and gravy is
just a side,
Thanksgiving
Peas
side.
and grease, Thanksgiving side.
Never even heard of that.
One of my
Green
family's
beans, just a
Thanksgiving
side.
sides, and we literally only have it on Thanksgiving, is mashed potatoes with noodles.
I've never had that.
That's puzzling.
It is. That's
It is a very
interesting.
Midwest thing called, here's some carbs with your carbs.
Say, carbo.
But it's also kind of like an
Hydrates.
Amish thing, I think.
I think it's Amish.
Are you Amish?
No, but we got the Amish noodles.
Oh, yeah.
They're really thick.
That's fair.
My
Soak 'em.
family side is get a hibachi table and it's just all fried rice.
John Alex is
Are we gonna do that?
what John Alex is looking forward to for Thanksgiving is just having meat
And bread.
and bread.
What up,
That's what he's looking forward to. Which that's good. I'm just
Are
saying.
you gonna tell him that he's being recorded right now?
Are you not going to disclose that to him?
You're not gonna disclose that he's being recorded?
I don't know if this is one of
you
those
can't
things.
know.
You can't know.
So everybody, what's everybody's fully torqued?
You know,
Thanksgiving.
Having 4 days off
That's
Yeah.
fair.
of work.
That's fair.
Bears versus Lions.
I was
Gross.
thinking deer hunting, but
Drew Timmy
Oh, dude, you're a black woman.
breaking his left nipple tonight and not being able to play.
Pause.
My
Getting
fully
really,
torqued.
really chafed.
My fully torqued is this Thursday. I will be
Is it
3
right now?
weeks away from seeing Spider-Man No Way Home.
That's very specific.
Yeah,
Or just watch it now.
I can't.
I know, guy.
Comes out. No, the 19th is a Sunday. Comes out the 17th, but technically it'll
Friday.
come out the 16th.
Oh, so you just lied.
I said I'm.
16th.
I said I'm going to see it on the 16th.
Yeah, but you just said it comes out the 17th.
Well, the release date is the 17th.
Well, no, it comes out.
You want me to
on the
ruin it for
16th.
you?
But they do the
He doesn't
midnight
come home.
release at like
Well, it's not
7
midnight
now.
release then.
Okay, but
It's kind of like
The
Black
release
Friday.
date-
It starts on Thursday.
okay, but when you see the commercials, it says coming out December 17th.
Yeah, and you just said that you were gonna watch it on the 16th.
Yeah,
so it comes out the 16th.
yeah, but the release date is still the 17th.
What time?
Technically.
What time on the 16th?
Probably be like 7.
But then the release is the 16th.
But it'd be the 17th in
You're
Europe.
gonna miss Thursday night football to watch a movie.
Yes.
What? Crazy. Don't miss the next
Hand
week.
up, I will also be
Right,
there.
what do
Yeah. John Alex will too.
Don't be missing it the next week.
Yeah, we're gonna be there.
No, yeah, we'll be
You
at the
know-
game.
you
Yeah.
know-
We're gonna be cold, but we're gonna be there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Christian
it is
actually
cool.
got a text from me, so.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
nobody else did.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Um,
It was
Give me
fun.
ruin it for you.
Take it.
Toby Maguire kills Tom Holland.
And he doesn't come.
what
home.
about Andrew Garfield?
No, not the characters. In real life, Tom Holland's dead.
My favorite thing
When did he
was
kill him?
Not yet.
He's
when
going to.
Ivy thought that he wasn't going to the Titans game
Why?
because we were talking about it. He's like, "Oh, I didn't get tickets to that."
I was like, dude, I have your ticket.
I bought you one.
Hey, one of my clients has season tickets in like the lower bowl. And she like offers them to me every week. Well, I thought y'all were true football fans and wanted to watch football, not only watch one game.
Well, it's Thursday night football.
Yeah,
so
there
It
is
is
one
Thursday
game.
night.
Well, there's college.
Okay, I'm a Titans.
Then.
I'm
Could
a
be a bowl
Titans
game.
fan before I'm a football fan for pro.
Right, that makes no sense.
Oh, hey, let's
The
game
Titans
plan.
are a
Let's
football
game plan
team,
this.
so you'd be a football
I am a
fan
football fan,
before the Titans. Fan.
Let's game plan.
Alright, I need you to trade somebody that you don't care. Like,
Next
I gotta
week-
trade and then trade back.
How are we doing our picks?
For
Because there's only one college football game.
Oh yeah, that's true.
everybody's picking it.
It's only Army Navy.
Everybody picks two things. The spread, / money line, and over under.
You have to pick two of those three.
I don't.
Money line, spread, over, under, and total.
You wanna do that?
What total? Okay.
Okay, yeah,
And
we
then-
can
or
do
we
that.
All
can
right.
just-
Then
hey, we all have to pick. Well, there's not enough. Like I say, we all have to pick a different aspect, so like to cover over under.
well, if we all pick one thing, then yes.
Okay.
There's 6 options.
Dibs on the under.
No, you can't call dibs. How are we going to
We'll have
decide?
to-
Yeah, you gotta.
How are we
Like
gonna-
draw names or something.
No, how are we going to decide the
Evens and
order?
odds.
But how would that decide the order?
5.
I don't know what evens and odds is.
I was gonna say we
do one
pick
or
a
two.
random number and do a random number generator,
Okay, that'll
and we do closest to least close.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
We'll do that.
So we're all only making one. So then we need to add a 5th NFL pick next weekend.
Yes.
And then conference championship week we can do normal. And then for bowl games, how do we want to do that? Just break it up into segments from Wednesday to Tuesday, and you pick pick 2 bowl games
Why don't
in
we
that
just-
rotation in that week.
At that point, we could probably just talk about all the bowl games.
No.
We could all
We can
just
talk
pick,
about all of them.
We could all just
picking
make
wise.
picks from like everybody has 4 picks out of all the
Oh,
bowl
are we gonna
games,
start picking
and you just
basketball?
No, I don't
make
like
your
that.
picks.
I like
frick
what
me
I
then.
said.
Frick me.
So, are we going
Hold
to
on.
ever start picking basketball?
Yeah, I think we should. We can start when conference play starts.
No, once college football's over, we'll start picking college basketball. That'll be January.
That'll be about when conference play starts.
It'll be about 2 weeks after conference
Ish.
play
It'll be
starts.
close.
So if you look at the bowl schedule,
Like the toilet bowl schedule?
yeah, if you look at that schedule of
Mine's
the
usually
bowl,
about 5:40 in the morning.
oh yeah,
Good point about that.
I will. So they start on the 17th.
No, I will.
He's a giant. Bell.
You are, Will.
You want him on your thing?
Who do you
So we'll
think
go
I
like
am?
17th through the 24th.
Just do it a week at a time.
Yeah, 25th through.
That's fine.
Christmas,
We'll bump that
right?
up. We'll bump that up to 25th.
Are we going to
through,
film before
I wish I could
Christmas?
look at your.
I mean, 25th through the 1st, and then all after that,
That's Christmas.
I'm not going home till the
which would only
24th
be 2 games.
I don't know.
'Cause of
4
the
games
game.
after that.
on the
I'll break it up.
23rd.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I'll break.
Do you have
So-
dust stocks?
I'll do a schedule. I'll text y'all a schedule like tomorrow
I don't know, we
for
can
bowl
talk
games
about
and
it.
how we're gonna pick
Depends
them.
on when you come back, too.
Yeah.
Well,
Is that kind of thing?
yeah,
I'd like
just take
to-
the gasoline, send him back.
I don't know. I need to
We'll-
figure
we'll
out
cross
how
that
much
bridge
I'm
at a
gonna
closer
install.
time.
We'll burn that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
Burn it.
Yeah. We're gonna
Set it on
burn
fire.
Oh,
This set is on fire.
I don't think that's how the song goes.
No. This bridge is on fire?
A lot of people saying that Florida's gonna hire Tim Tebow to be their head coach.
No.
I heard a lot of people saying that.
I wouldn't like that.
Somebody was like, get it. Like, if somebody says they want
Oh yeah.
Bill O'Brien or Bob Stoops, I'm going to block them. And I was like, you're an idiot. Stoops would be great.
What if they get both? And Tim Tebow's the head coach.
I mean, you could do that.
Would you
Tebow
say no
head
to that?
coach,
I just think
O'Brien
you
offensive
need to
coordinator,
have a
Stoops
little
defensive coordinator. You could do that.
Would you say no to
I
that?
would say no to that.
You would say no to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Steve Spurrier comes back?
I would say no to that.
I would.
Really?
He's like,
He's too old.
he's really old.
He's
With Bill O'Brien
he's
and
like
Bob Stoops?
85.
Yeah, he's really old.
What if they get Lincoln
I don't know
Riley
if
as the
he's 85,
offensive
but
coordinator?
he's-
He's in his 80s.
Lincoln Riley is the offensive coordinator. Nick Saban is the defensive coordinator.
He's for your head
And-
coach.
No, Emory Jones retired from college football and is the head coach. Would you say no to that?
No, this says he's only 76.
Would you say no to that?
That's wild.
Yes, I would say no to that.
You would
How
say
about,
no to that.
How about
Emory
Florida
being
does
Nick
this?
Saban's boss. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
How about
You gonna
this?
say no to that?
Yeah.
Mason, I think this would be the greatest hire in college football history. If Florida hired
Yao Ming.
Bill Belichick,
He'd be the highest you can get.
and then they hired
Oh, I really know, Ryan.
Saban to be the defensive coordinator.
Saban to be defensive coordinator,
I don't know if you got.
and then they just brought
Bill O'Brien.
Dan Mullen
Tom
back
Brady.
as the OC.
Tom Brady.
Ooh, hey.
Kiffin.
Hey, hold on.
Or you
I got
you
one
bring
more.
Kyle Shanahan in as the OC.
Matt
I
Nagy.
don't.
Florida head coach.
No.
Why not?
I would be sad.
Luke Fickle.
I would.
I'd-
I'm not a huge fan of
Hey,
that.
hey, I
I'd
gotta
be fine with
leave
that.
Real quick, and then I'm gonna come back.
Kyle Shanahan would run Pierce.
That's true.
Big facts.
He'd run him into the ground.
Whoa. Pause. Pause.
If you could only see the look of disappointment on my face.
I mean, like, he'd run him like 30 times a game.
Bang!
Okay.
Emily's asleep. Shh.
Yeah, be quiet, you frick.
I don't even know. I don't know if she's asleep or not.
Also, he just screamed at Ryan. So.
I know. Okay, well, that's it. We'll record again next week, so
Maybe. Lord willing.